our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side eyes.
What's going on, you?
Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that ops from the skybox and got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are sealed up. Yeah, they're blind to the fact that love, we gon' have this real fun. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's the stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep arranged. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should be disobeyed out. Forehead and me from the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, go with no issue. Coulda, blow the intention. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistol. The debate was about who, or who the fiscal. Disregards the
aboriginal issue.
We're not going back and forth
about this or that. Whether you're wearing brown or white is a big fact. Make Mac. We want our shit back.
Big fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than weak. Ain't stubborn or weak. Stand on 2 feet. One turn the other cheek. The wise man know by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to knowledge. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Trying to
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm defiant.
What's happening?
In environments of micros, I'm hearing the sirens.
I thought I turned it on. I had to go on, you know what I'm saying? Use the little men's room.
I'm not the wisest, I'm not quiet. Refinement and confinement and requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with nothing, it's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is wrong or whack. There's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black, now, a big bag, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is wrong or whack. There's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black, now, big bag, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Kichiwa. Look like you. Shine symbols for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yet a circulus round created successful reality from a virtual now. Stand on my spec and say usurp sheer power. Them same little sneaky breezes that hurt you face. Smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs a whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through the tall gold gates. Draw a circle around me and keep me from harm. The law fast checks, purposely repeat me, I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint, just with the range, the plane, the sentiments. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shining elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call wind blowing, I spit flows, dope man fly in the shell at Southampton, kept smoke, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground, way how my character stay fly, the conduct squared up, self-esteem, the day sky, new God, I'm what the world's been waiting for, the day's not. May I then, I don't abide by the same ethics. They fan respect, yeah, obtain the credit for keeping the bliss erect, but with strange essence, but the epic of my name, the rate of remain epic, circumscribed by passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare, I spit, like the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kid, and then I tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. I announced that I ain't done with being sacrificial in the jungle. I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sun lit on you false lights. Don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors with the poppers just for show. Go figure, you did pounding you bamboo or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa max than me. Master built her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You poemish, dash or soft. The dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last walk. I blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Sacredly sex some whose ass off. When she walked the ass off, I talk back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who they gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on lines, my circle is me. I absorb your hate to make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance this abnormal, dormant form and leave y'all right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah. Now watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown, chakra core and heel, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all for living, purpose of war, man or woman and child, with the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. It's the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple highest form, spirituality's how you teach math. A humble region, still a beast. Now feel the beach wrath, rank 5 on them as the internet forms. Sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums. Establish Big Ma's house so she may restore him. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and smash. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips to their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdo sprung minstrel shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies are fried. New with chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will they pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flock like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, but she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is with the right and bass rock.
And my music And a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. I'm the you wrapped in a cloak of flame by God, it's open, doing your time, it's in the end. Locked out silent without sin. You put me on the planet with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled on. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Terracone. Bad mother honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protection service. Quick to pull the glass and kill this. Don't make any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneel. Too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe the GC type. Going here to close the home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them out, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, if you taught that from school, everywhere, big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Taking pictures. So, supposed to be getting some rain, drizzle. So about 5 o'clock. And then again on next Tuesday. They say April showers, all that's changed, so let's see. Hey, what's going on, guys? Let me go ahead and get this read on. I almost dozed off, you know what I'm saying? Big Jazz, what's going on? What's good? What's on the Air Force? Oh, snap. All right. You spoke of Special Forces. What's your thoughts? Well, has he been studying any bit of the medical field? PJ's pararescue, I mean, and there's other things, but pararescue, those are pretty tight guys, man. Those are operators. They're not special forces, but they're special force operators. Like if I would have went to the teams like I was training for, I'd have been a special force operator. Only thing that's special forces is ODA, Green Berets, the Delta Force. Those are the guys. That's the only special force we have. They say copied from, as a certain individual, if you do the history, from the British SAS. Fact. But I would say if he's got the medical, he's good with math and all that kind of stuff. He's real attentive and is willing to deal with the cold and all that. He'll not like the guys were telling me when I was training, and they were like, you can all out run fast, you can do this, you're strong, da da da. The thing is, they'll tag on to that, and if you give all, they'll beat you down and make you quit, even though they don't want to, because the attrition rate is high. You always push yourself, but you always tap into the inner strength when you get to the point where you feel like you can't go no more. And when you do that, the more you do it, the further you can keep going. And it's not just to get by. They don't want nobody who can just get by. They want people who are really going to put their out. That's why you're always getting broken legs, it's so many injuries that happen in Special Force training. Air Force, a little different, yet they still have the same. I mean, those guys are phenomenal. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey man, it's up to him. It's different today. You can go in the military and actually go right into becoming a special operator, which when I was in, it didn't have that. At least, I didn't know about it. All the guys I knew were guys were E4s, E5s, E6s, and they were, pretty good in the first 4 or 6 years. And I think the latest you can go in is at 35. So if he's got that youth on his side, his testosterone levels are decent, he's not balding and stuff like that, he eats pretty healthy, because when you get there, you're going to really eat, because you're going to be burning calories. It's about calories and carbs and protein to maintain some kind of muscle structure, because you're going to build it. But he's going to be doing a lot of squats. He's going to be doing a lot. Oh my goodness. And then after they makes it to the PJ, like the first phase or second, whatever, and they start getting to the medical, lot of class, a lot of hours, a lot of shooting. Oh, shooting out there. I mean, they got good trainers. They could do it. It'd be nice to see them do it. They say there was only 26 or 27. Well, there was more than that. Black Navy SEALs. You got to remember, every has a racist commodity. And most people today don't know our real history. And and you can't just go pouring that in people's faces. Yet, if he goes in there with the mentality that no matter what, he's going to succeed, he's going to succeed. All right. All right. So we're going to get into the scrolls of Hayah. I know I might have rubbed people wrong yesterday, but I had to break down the word. Anything laid out here is not for your betterment. It's going to be for you to use, and it's to give energy and ignorance to some other things. Not saying that we can't greet, that it doesn't have meaning, but it's better to have a deeper understanding of these words that we come across if we don't research them finitely. That means all the way to a certain point. That's why I say Hawa. And people say they're going Hawa. Yeah, it's a word. It's not in there, because nobody's utilizing it. Remember, we created drones. What are drones being used for? War. We created the blimp. They had to destroy the Hindenburg and a few others. And what they use that for? Monitoring and selling crap, right? Who does that? Usury, right? We created the automobile. We created the helicopter, the airplane. I mean, if we're going to create a carburetor, spark plug, we created the first electric vehicles that don't have people digging in mines for cobalt and cadmium and all that other nonsense, right? These things that blow up and that they could control. I could go on. The list it's phenomenal of the things we created. All right. So, in lieu of that, sometimes it's good to have that information to put people in check. But at the same time, those same individuals are ignorant and they retaliate. So it's best to go in there, and it's best to deal with the world in a way where you have that knowledge and you don't have to say too much. You share that with the people you need to share it with. You know what I mean? But anyway, chapter 16, the scrolls of Hayah. That's why it's important to have a deeper understanding of the things that we utilize. If we're going to be saying stuff and having other people say it, and yeah, we can format it in a way that's meaningful. Yet, what is the real meaning behind it? Because everything here is scripted to be, regardless if it comes for us, to be a weapon utilized against us. And it's important to know that. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, always Big George. That's my bro there right there. I ain't seen you in a minute. Anyway, let's get into chapter 16, the Scrolls of Hayah. You see everybody crashing out with Trump? And like Trump has been in for 30-something days now. I don't get these guys. I was surprised at Sean Peoples, and I'm not surprised at Peter Jones, all these individuals. The Deutsch is an idiot. Regardless of bloodline, people are just, I don't know. But let's get into the reading. I don't want to get into saying any foul things right now. So the Scrolls of Hayah, the Fragment of the Dome, Visions of the Deceased Beings and Experimental Lands, by Claudio Nocelli. That's him in Argentina. That's Claudio Nocelli. All right. And this is from the Book of Sheki, translation from the Ashkenazi ancestral language. Yesterday we went through and read the Snow Odyssey to the vessel, where he had to retrieve those documents, those maps, and all that information. And it had been a minute since the captain had been percolated, unalive. So anyway, other monks were guided by a whisper to Hayah's chamber. There sat the boy, 13 years old, on the stone floor, his eyes once again fixed on the strange light floating between his shoulders, small as the palm of a hand. I guess it's a sphere. Yet its glow held the colors of dawn and the shadows of a world yet to be born. The monks, fearful yet drawn to the unknown, heard the boy's voice, aware of their presence, inviting them to ask, "Where do we come from? What are we? What await us?" It's surprising that most people don't ask these questions. And the spear answered with the murmur of time, "You come from the beginning without end." That's why it's important not to create something out of nothing. From the light that does not fade, and the love that does not perish. Though the walls imprison you, and the veil of the skies deceives you, the source dwells within you, waiting to be found. And so they listened and became part of it. The monks, unable to fully comprehend what they had witnessed, left the room in silence, though their hearts were stirred. The spear floating above the boy seemed not of this world, and the words Hayah repeated could not have been his own. From that night on, perceptions of the boy among the monks began to shift. Some revered him as a chosen one, while others feared his presence might bring something they could not control, or worse, summon forces beyond their understanding. Hayah continued to grow, always surrounded by an aura of mystery. His connection with the spear was not constant, but when it appeared, the boy seemed to enter a state of deep communion. He spoke of topics no child his age should know: the human soul, the purpose of life, and lands beyond the horizon, hidden by the ice walls and the invisible dome. "Do not focus on the stars they have shown you," Hayah said, "for they are but reflections of what has been denied to you. The true sky has no limits, and the celestial lands are closer than you believe or know. But your fear keeps you distant, and the power within you remains dormant." As the years passed, Hayah became an increasingly enigmatic figure within the temple. The monks could not deny his wisdom, but neither could they ignore the unease he stirred in those who listened. The boy spoke with a certainty that defied all understanding, and his words began to spread beyond the temple walls. And y'all know we're going to say Hayah, Hayah. It's not how it's pronounced, but we're going to say that for the benefit and the sake of pronunciation. Hayah. Okay? Chapter 17. Hayah has spoken. And in the midst of the silent halls, where the voices of the ages fade, the boy spoke, and his words thundered as if tearing through the stillness of the skies, revealing what was yet to come before the eyes of humankind. The monks gathered around him, not out of curiosity, but summoned by a call they could not ignore. an inner drive to witness what was unfolding there. Seated at the center of the temple's main hall, Hayah began to speak with the cadence of a prophet, as if the words were not his own but came from a source beyond human understanding. His voice was soft, yet each phrase seemed etched into the very stone of time. Listen, you who seek in silence, for the truth is not in what they have shown you, but in what dwells deep within you. The source, that which gives life to the breathing and sustains the still, is not in the skies you gaze upon with longing, nor will you find it in the walls that surround you. It is here within you, latent, waiting to awaken. The monks, motionless, felt each word pierce their hearts, shaking the foundations of their beliefs. Hayah continued, his eyes shining with a light not of this world. The ice walls they have shown you are nothing more than shadows of a great deception. They were not placed by the Creator, but by those who fear your awakening. You must rise from the slumber they wish to make eternal. The custodians who came from afar, wove a web of lies. I've never read this, y'all. This part, right, never. Okay? And with their filthy hands, they raise the veil that covers the stars and hides the lands beyond. They obscured the most beautiful oceans and replaced them with these points of light, creating the dimmest version of your bodily experience. They showed you skies filled with lights, but those lights are mere projections, illusions crafted to confuse your eyes and make you believe you are small. They never move. Okay, slightly, like not adjusting. You know, them big things out there, like the one here, Lucifer, the observatories, they shift, and they all, if you was to take time and pay attention, all the hundreds, they shift to kind of together. And they got them big things that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Nothing more than dust in the vastness, but I tell you again, you are infinite. Within you resides the power to break through those walls. Excuse me. And pierce the false skies. Listen, look, but I tell you again, you are infinite. Within you resides the power to break through those walls and pierce the false skies toward the truth. The monks began to murmur among themselves, questioning all the scientific proofs of the era, which depicted distant spheres moving in a connected void. But the boy silenced them with a gesture of his hand. His words, though complex, were impossible to ignore. Before the walls, before the veil, there was a humanity that walked free. The first humanity, born in Asgard, knew no walls or chains. They were one with the source, and their wisdom flowed like rivers of light. If only you could see what my eyes have seen. If only you could smell the flowers of the most beautiful mornings ever beheld in Asgard. But the colonizers, those driven by their lust for control, destroyed their legacy and planted fear in its place. They made you forget who you are. They told you that you are separate, that the Creator is far away, that they have forgotten you or that they have forgotten you or never existed at all. Should be worded differently, but that's how it's worded. When in truth, the Creator never ceased to dwell within you. It's always there. Your souls are connected to the source, and that connection is indestructible. It is the thread that binds all things, the key that opens the gates to the celestial lands. The silence returned to the hall, but it was not the same silence as before. It was a silence brimming with unease, with an emerging understanding beginning to grow in the hearts of those listening. Hayah slowly rose, and even a ray of sunlight seemed to fall directly upon his shoulders amidst the gray clouds that transformed that afternoon. Remember this, he said as he left the hall. You are not what they have made you believe. You are greater than the stars they show you, vaster than the walls that surround you, for it was all meant to be contemplated. When you look within yourselves, when you remember your connection to the source, then the veils will fall, and the celestial lands will welcome you as lost children returning home. Man. Told you my ancestral story. We're not from here. I know. How many times have y'all heard? This was like the brother, I guess in Georgia, was it? With the Y chromosome, the A1B1, whatever, the oldest gene, and Kennedy, whatever his name is, connected to Ramsey the third or whatever, right here in Negroid. And they always push this 383,000 years. This 400,030. If y'all go and look at everything they say, there's about 20 different time periods. And that's why it's not, pale skin brothers, it's not for you to tell our story. Even though things are whitewashed, it is not. But all should speak as one voice. It's not the denial, but the plausibility. There's a reality that is hidden for a purpose. And with most people, they're intelligent, can see it. They don't have to ascribe to it. They don't have to be all caught up in, no. There's a reality. The enemy hides it for a purpose, regardless of what that purpose is, okay? Hey, Lucy, what's going on? Good. Yeah, Lucifer. Yeah. Creative. Oh, Mac. No, Jesus here, Don. Nope. Catholic Don. It seems like you came to troll. Follow Jesus. No. We don't follow an individual named Emmanuel, who was very ugly, with a face only a mother could love, who was dark as midnight, not your made-up, whitewashed narrative. And as far as Catholicism, no, to be contrite, my name, obviously, the lower to bring up to the higher of the Christum, has nothing to do with this fake satanic enumerated ideology of a perversion. And that is not your name. Anyway, appreciate you taking the time. I just wanted to keep it short. I just wanted to read. I could have read one more, but it's only a handful left. We have next is the Revelations of the Soul, okay, and then Lost Fragments, Hayah's Legacy, and the text of Roktov and their connection to Hayah. I'm not a bitter individual. I don't have to be. But we can always tell those who came into the world of new history, or George Orwellian factor, who don't know truth. Sometimes it's good to sit back, be silent, and listen. Hit the like, subscribe, and we're going to keep it moving like that. Or you can have the genetic flaw that was attributed to most of you, and you can argue and fight, which is more something out of nothing, which will never allow you to carry on into a place, Selah. All right? But yeah, it will never allow you to carry on to the place of your truth with conviction. It'll let you walk deeper and farther into the depths of the abode, the vicious, malicious, how do you say it? Tank or pot of lies, deception, deceit. Sometimes that's what a lot of you are really about, sadly. But not sad for me. I really don't want to see all your faces. So we'll begin in chapter 18. It's going to be a fun read. I really want to read some of this. I want to read him. I'm going to read this with you first time. Like, People have read it, but you know me. I want to read it with you, okay? So it drizzled a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna get that much rain, but we're still gonna get some winds. I'm gonna kick my shoes off. I'm late. Well, I need to run down to the post office. I'm running down to the post office right quick, come back, kick my shoes off and lay back. Maybe we can find a good movie. And YouTube got some good ones, but I'm not paying nothing. And I might come over here later on, and I might read a little more. All right, beloved sisters and brothers. See y'all here in a little bit. Yeah, I just wanted to keep